What's good with it, y'all? It's Coffee. Tapping back in, man, and we gotta venture off into a sector of the blogosphere where we haven't delved into on this platform in quite some time, and that's the prison community, right? Where all the wild age goes down. Like, real talk, drop a comment, man, and let me know if you fluck with the YouTube prison sector, man. It's just so much drama and just very, what's the word we're looking for? Flamboyant, extravagant characters hail from that sector of the blogosphere. And surprisingly, we're, typically when it comes to the YouTube prison sector, a lot of cats is dissing each other, beefing, you know what I'm saying? But we're seeing two individuals, or one individual, show another one some love. And that's two of these cats. They're very, very successful. We're talking about 1090 Jake and Wes Watson. If y'all ain't seen, Wes Watson got up on No Jumper. He made his way onto No Jumper. And to keep a real comment, y'all, I never really watched Wes Watson like that. Shout out to my guy Black Bigelow, right? As he's out here creating his content, traveling across the map, the US of A, you know what I mean? Going to graveyards and very different places where interesting true crime cases went down and stuff like that. And he also travels around the blogosphere and finds different entertaining characters and personalities in the blogosphere. And he told me a while back about Wes Watson. He was like, Coffee, you ever seen this guy? He loves to yell at you. You know what I mean? And Black Bigelow shared with me that he tried to holler at him about his whole program that he sells online. Like, what does it entail? What do we do? And he said the second he started asking him some questions, he was like, you're not ready. You're going to be a loser for the rest of your life. That's why you're in the situation you're in now. And he was like, well, bro, I'm doing pretty well for myself. I just kind of wanted to get in shape, but I don't know. You're trying to punk on me through the blogosphere. Like, what it is, I was going to spend some money with you. You know what I mean? But I don't know, like Wes Watson, I watched a few of his videos back then when Black Bigelow shared that, bit of information with me. And that was years ago, you know what I mean? And I caught a couple videos and then he just kind of faded away through the blogosphere and everything. But I've seen he's somewhat of a controversial guy. A lot of the Woods have called him out and said he's lied about certain things. He went on No Jumper here and said he stands on everything he ever said. It's no cap. He's just keeping it 100, and he's out here making $2.5 million a month. I was like, God damn. Like, we got to break more down of his interview. You know what I mean? That's not really the basis of this video. This video is just to show that 1090 Jake showed him a lot of love. If you see in the comments here, he said 1090 at the top of the comment thread said, people mad he made it. Salute to Wes. And it's interesting because they're both two of the most successful cats in the prison sector of the blogosphere in quite some time. Obviously, I'm sure everyone is well aware of the platform that 1090 Jake has built for himself, and he just was on Vlad TV. He's been on No Jumper numerous times. I'm sure he'll hit 1 million subscribers sooner rather than later. But Wes Watson, when it comes to Wes, a lot of this, I'm really trying to open up the comment section and ask y'all out there, like, school me up, fill me in. Do you fuck with Wes? Is his content interesting to you? Do you think he's official? Do you think that he's more or less keeping it real with everyone, or he's more of a gimmick? You know what I mean? And when I say that, I'm not dissing anyone. That's the thing. People get flucked up. Back when I used to report on the prison sector more often, you know what I mean? Cats thought I was like trying to take personal shots at them. And I'm like, nah, man, I'm Jay Coffee. I'm just a voice out here, tapping into the different content and sharing my take with y'all and asking y'all to tap in with me. Do you think Wes Watson is official or is he a gimmick? Like, he was throwing some serious numbers out there when he was talking about the money that he makes through his program. And like I said, my guy Black Bigelow was like telling me he was really trying to tap in with him and see what kind of program he offered. But the second he had a question about it, Wes Watson started screaming at him like, "You're not ready. That's why you're going to be a loser." But then when I watched this No Jumper interview, he was sharing how he's addicted now, like he used to be addicted to them Breaking Bad type activities and, you know, the streets and things like that. But now he's addicted to helping people and making this money, you know. So I want to hear from other individuals out there. What do you think of his platform? Do you flock with him? You know what I mean? Did you ever get at him about the program that he sells and stuff like that? And listen, again, that's another video to get into what he's selling to people. But one thing that was a bit odd about it to me, or I don't want to say odd, but I was just like, he was talking about he sells the program to other people, that they in turn sell it to other people, and there's millions of dollars to be made and stuff like that. And that had me thinking, yo, is Wes Watson on some DJ Envy-ish? Like, it just started sounding a bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Ponzi scheme-ish. But maybe not. Maybe Wes is really out here saving lives, helping people, changing the world for the better. That's what he said in his interview. Again, we're going to have some more videos where we'll get into talking about that. But on here you see 1090 Jake showed him love. 1090 says, people are mad that Wes made it here, and salute to him. What do y'all think about that? Are people mad to see Wes make it to No Jumper? And it's kind of interesting, you know, it took him as long as it did for him to get here. You know, it be trippy like that in the No Jumper universe. But let's see what other individuals are saying when they see 1090 show Wes Watson this love. This guy says, salute to Jake, 1090 showing love. You birds of a feather. I don't know what this guy means by that, but he's saying birds of a feather flock together, throwing 1090 in that same sector with Wes Watson. This individual says, end of sentence, 1090 Jake. For real, Jake? Your interview with Josh was so close to when his was. There's a huge difference, though, between you two, and you know it, bro. You're humble. He's never. He fronts on a regular. You don't. He lied about shot calling high-level Kelly yards and program with SNYPC, Chomos, etc. From what you stand for, I don't know how you could possibly vouch for or support. So listen, in this No Jumper interview, that was a big part of what he talked about. The haters. People are mad at him, you know, that they hate themselves, and that's the reason that they hate on Wes Watson. But I will, and listen, I'm opening the comment thread up to talk with y'all. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Is always here on J Coffee Talk. We coffee talk it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to know what y'all think. I'm going to share my take. Tap in with me. And to keep it real with y'all, again, Wes Watson is the guy some years ago. Black Bigelow put me down with him. I seen him make some content on him. And he kind of faded away out of my timeline, out of my algorithm. But I have seen a lot of people call him out and say he's fake and fraudulent and this, that, and the third. Like this individual is saying here, like, Jake, you stood the test of time. They tried to throw a snitch jacket on you numerous times, and you weren't rocking with it. You weren't going for it. But Wes Watson has been exposed for lying, being a shot caller when he wasn't. He was really in PC, sensitive need yards and all that. Is that what it is? Like, for real, tap in, let me know. Do you think Wes Watson was keeping it a buck, or do you think he was fraudulent? Was he programming with Chomos, like wicked Jeffrey Maustein type vibes on the sensitive need yards, or what? Comment, let me know. This guy says, that's real now. Then we got 1090 responding to someone saying, none of us were there with him to say what he did and didn't do. People hated on him early on for how fast he was blowing up. All I see is a former prisoner is a current billionaire, and I salute it. So 1090 says, yo, all that, this, that, and the third, if he's solidified or not, what he was doing behind them prison walls. 1090's like, I'm not even getting into that. I'm just saying he's another guy who went to prison and has used the internet to make millions of dollars for himself like 1090 has. And again, off the rip, before I even dived into this video anymore from surface level, I thought that was interesting that these are two guys that seemingly are very, very successful off the blogosphere. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, whether it comes to prison content, blogosphere, commentary, whatever you're doing. Can you make it work for you? Can you elevate your life off it? That's a powerful thing. Even if not, if you can tap in with people and have some great combos like I do over here on Jay Coffee Talk, that's cool too. You know what I mean? But 1090 Jake, he's like, hey, he's doing him. He's a millionaire. Salute. Let's carry on. I think you should dig into his background and stories since he's white. So that's interesting. We know the kind of content that 1090 Jake does, delving into individuals' background and paperwork and different things out there to validate their story and find out what's really real, what's the truth, what's really good. Would y'all be interested in that? 1090 Jake doing a Wes Watson video? I'm not saying he would, but I don't know. That's interesting. That's what's so great about the blogosphere as well. Aside from, again, this prison-ish. And for any of those tuning in, as always, Jay Coffee Talk, just for anyone new, I'm a square. I'm an internet nerd, right? I always tell everyone, I tell on you. I'm no gangster. I snitch, fuck it, whatever. I just come out here to have some great combos, talking about hip-hop, music, news, sports, current events, life, or different interesting content creators and stuff like that. So if you're fucking with me, make sure you subscribe and you hit that like button. This guy says, it's 1290 Jake and I'm ratting on y'all like y'all ratting on me. Fraud. This guy says, Jake, you want the paperwork, bro? You didn't have to be there to make all the videos you've made, but all of a sudden we needed to do time with him to know. All you needed was paperwork, and his ish is out there and available. Don't play like you don't fucking know, man. If you really don't, what paperwork would you like first? Seems like if he's just making just a little bread, you just don't give a fuck. I'll provide all of the paperwork if you do a full video on this guy and his paperwork. And someone says, facts, this whole interview hasn't even finished deriding at his finest. So that's interesting. Again, I say this not knowing much about Wes Watson other than he's a controversial guy. He's amassed a pretty good following for himself. And my guy Black Bigelow told me firsthand knowledge, Coffee. I was trying to see what he could offer me as far as physical fitness. And he just screamed at me. You know what I mean? Like, yo, if you got any questions, you're a buster, you're a bozo, you're a loser, And aside from whatever anyone thinks about him as a convict or if he's solid or anything like that, dude definitely knows how to get a following and navigate through the blogosphere. But real talk, that last comment is very, very interesting to me. What do you guys think? Again, I don't know. Is there paperwork out on Wes Watson? Is 1090 Jake like hiding from that and doesn't want to tap into it? Because that's what this individual is saying. Like, yo, Jake, you're talking about we weren't behind that wall with him, right? You weren't behind the wall with any of these other rappers or individuals you exposed for telling. I'll provide you with them documents. Delve into Wes Watson. See what's good with him. They even threw out the whole white thing. Like, what? You'll only expose rappers as if it's a white guy that's a convict? You ain't trying to put his back up against the wall and test his jacket and see what's what and see if he's official. Like, for real, y'all comment. Let me know. Like, again, I don't know. Is there some questionable ish out there about Wes Watson? Like, tap in, talk with me, y'all. You know what I'm saying? And, like, let's get this convo going in the comments, but also hit 1090 Jake on his comment threads, on his social media. You know what I mean? I can tell you firsthand from before, when the ish was going on with Pino, I made a video discussing this, and I told a lot of people, like, 'cause they were like, "Oh, Coffee, he needs to make another video," and I was like, "Well, yo, peep it, go tell 1090 that and tell him Coffee sent you and said it," and he hit me about that. So don't act like y'all can't get at him. Again, that's the power of the blogosphere, and everyone has a voice if you know how to work this ish. So should 1090 do a video? You know what I mean? Is it funny style to y'all? Again, like, I don't know the whole Wes Watson story. Is there really solidified ish out there that puts his character into question? And it is 1090 hopping on here giving him props is that suspect that he won't dive into it and do his deep dives the way that he does on Wes Watson, the way he does all these rappers. Comment and let me know. We're going to read 3 more of these comments, and then we're going to close it out. Once again, thank y'all for watching. If you're still here at this time, if you still are here at this time, drop a comment with a coffee emoji, just so I know. But aside from that, thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more. We talk music, news, sports, current events, life, and much more over here. But as always, it's all about hearing from the people. That's what we do over here. Again, I'm just an internet nerd, chopping it up with y'all, coffee, talking it up with you guys. So here we go. 3 more comments, and then I'm gone. Okay. He keeps deleting comments. That paperwork, fake. Wes is legit. So this guy says there's fake paperwork out there on Wes Watson. This individual says that paperwork was fake. Have you seen it? I've seen a lot of prison paperwork, and this wasn't fake. There's nothing real about him as far as his prison talk. It's ridiculous. You haven't been in the Cali system. Know many who have and don't know a whole lot of street smarts. Maybe you just haven't watched a lot of his older videos. I could never kick it with him in person, and I'm not even going to speak on how he makes the most of his money now because it's not my place. You snitch, man. So someone's calling 1090 a snitch. 1090, I was hoping maybe you would have the time and interest into interviewing. Oh, this guy just looking for an interview. Shouts out 1090 and Wes, 2 of my favorite channels. So there y'all have it. We're going to leave it there. 1090 Jake showing Wes Watson a lot of love for him getting on that No Jumper platform. The fans is responding different ways. Some want to see 1090 do a deep dive into Wes Watson like he has other rappers and other content creators and stuff like that. I want to know what y'all think about it, as well as everything else we touched on in this video. Once again, thanks guys for watching. It's Coffee signing out, sub up, and I'm gone.